lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Manny.
Back with another issue of New Mutants. This time we're going through issue 91 as we do our read-through of the Liefeld issues of New Mutants leading up to X-Force. Again, we've been having a blast. We say it every time. And another great issue. I think I said it last issue when we talked about like how on the covers he was inked by McFarlane on the first few. Now we got some Scott Williams inked covers and just another great cover, dude. I love his cover so much. And again, look, Sabretooth is tough. Then came Cable. You just see Cable standing in the tunnels with fucking bones. And Sabretooth has
Rictor.
It's
a dope ass cover, man.
Yeah, and Sabretooth has Rictor in his clutches, dude. Like, so good.
Dude, and right off the bat, you got a great opening page here, with like Sabretooth like just slashing at Caliban.
Yeah,
you start in.
Yeah, when he's still and so now look, you notice okay, look at this. This is new. This issue, plotter is Louise Simonson.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, you know what? There it is.
Scripture is Fabian Nicieza. Now I really need to know, right? Like I need to know were some of these plot threads with Cable and building out his character, the past of his character, right?
Right.
Where was it coming from? It wasn't coming from Rob, I have to feel. Because like he's the one that like once it becomes like X-Force, you start learning more, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, like writers have changed stuff over the years. Like this comic we're reading was it 89? No, this is 1990.
And it's interesting that Fabian's name is the fourth one. So you got Louise as a plotter, you got Rob as a penciler, you got Hilary Bard as the inker, and then you have him as a scripter.
I'm not trying to say anything, but doesn't that mean he's doing less than like Rob's got to have?
Well, yeah, I'm saying is like maybe it's like if it's in order, I'm saying like Louise Simonson comes up with a plot, but Rob's doing like the heavy lifting here as far as like the creation of what's going on. To me though, it just seems like we're fully on like the Rob Liefeld ship right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think like he's talked about it. We've talked about this. I think it's common knowledge that like he said he wanted to take over the book. Like if he was going to take it, he wanted it to be his. So that's why eventually Louise Simonson's not even on the book.
And because the book was doing poorly anyway. So like he wanted to try and change that around and make it into like a hit, which is is exactly what he did.
So we got a lot of like Liefeldisms here. This is definitely typical. These shots, these action shots. Like he still does these exact like these poses, and I just something I really love about his art. So we just got Caliban, Sabretooth fighting. Rictor's, kind of in the background, but every now and then he gets like, he gets hit. Like he's throwing a fucking a Rictor punch, I'll call it, as he hits Sabretooth in the back. Sabretooth's like, your vibration powers don't work, squad against me. And then he calls him, little boy meat. And Caliban's like, I butcher of your own kind, let us, and then boom, another money shot, dude. This reminds me of Wolverine, that John Byrne issue with Wolverine in the tunnels. I don't know why.
But with the Hellfire Club, like foot soldiers or whatever.
Yeah, this just reminds me of that. I know it's not the exact pose, but it immedially when I was looking at it, that's what I thought.
So what's interesting too, this is like like you're starting to see like the team come together, and like you're starting to see like the real team come together, and like with Cable as a leader and everything. And you got Mask there.
Yeah, I think it's a great team. Obviously, not all these characters are going to move forward with X-Force, but I like this. It's it's takes charge. He's leading this group, and like they come to trust him over the next few issues. And that's why whoever does stay with him, that's why they stay with him, right? Like they believe in him, and he's not just he treats them like soldiers, but he obviously cares about them as well. And I love how they're just surrounded by the Morlocks. They call him Metal Man. Tunnel's getting a little crowded, eh? So again, the Morlocks are not characters that I'm super familiar with. Like I think most of what I know about the Morlocks, and it's been a while, is from the cartoon.
Yeah, I mean they were a big part of the X-Men comic in the 80s and 90s, and like sometimes they were depicted as villains, sometimes as,
like I know Meryl,
sort of anti-hero,
who I'm more familiar with. She was a Morlock. So we got them going after with the Warlocks, right? I love this close up too the way he closes into Wolfsbane.
And then when you turn the page, man, that's the image next. That one's so awesome.
Yeah. Again, just a pose I always think of Liefeld when I see this kind of shot.
Yeah, like just jumping right at you.
Yeah, with the fucking
And
speed
I
lines.
love like the speed line. It's very manga esque.
I love she has like no fear going after Sabretooth too, who's a fucking murderer, like she's fearless.
And
They
for
got
some reason in this page too, like I see, like I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because like he used a lot of the speed lines when he did X-Men Grand Design, but like I see like the Rob Liefeld influence in Ed Piskor's work. Like when you look at this early Rob Liefeld stuff, like
Oh, definitely, dude. I mean, he's definitely influenced by Liefeld. You don't
yeah,
even like him when Ed's like showed his like drawings as a kid. He's like drawing Deadpool and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and I love this. I love the action shot right here with Cannonball just slamming Sabretooth up against the
yeah,
fucking wall.
he's very good at showing like the power of Cannonball.
And again,
Man,
Cable
I
just
love these
leading.
layouts.
Cable just leading. So he's like, no, wait for backup. Your super strength may not. He's like, I'll forget it. And then here, we got the inner dialogue that Cable's saying, it's been so long since they had any qualified instruction. They don't work well as a team. I'm gonna have to correct that soon, or it may cost us dearly in battle. And then boom, he's goes straight back in. Boom, boom, roof now.
He's just calling out orders. Like he's it's interesting because like this is a different, it's a more aggressive team already by the way he's leading them and like sort of using them like chess pieces.
But yeah, like he calls them out. Like I talked about in the danger room, like where they seemed like they were working well together, but now in the tunnels when it's like real action, and dude, he's like they were not trained well enough. Like I basically have to, not rewire them. That's not the word. That's the word that came to mind. But he has to break their old habits and give them the new habits.
Uh-huh.
I love this, dude. Like you can hear the sound effect right here when he's like
Yes,
walking through the water. It's so good. And then this, I love this too. I
the
care about
fangs.
you. I care enough to kill you right here. Just like the opposing panels right here.
Yeah, and the screaming. Yeah,
And then this, look at that. Like the buildup of Rictor's power. He's like, no, I won't give up. And just, you can see like the sound effect of like his powers, like the earth shaking, no matter how much it hurts. And then boom, dude, just like full blown. I love this. This is so good. Go for it, Sabretooth. Go for it. The only way you're getting out of here alive is if you run like the animal you are.
yeah. It's a great page. A lot of energy to that page. Great use of the lettering there to highlight the vibration.
And I love these. Look, just like the way your eyes move. Like you got Cable looking up this way, and then you got boom, boom. You got the shot here. You got Cable
Yeah,
looking up, and then this bottom one, that action shot of them running towards them.
like you said, there's so much movement in these issues, man. Like the pages almost want to turn themselves. Like these were like fun, action-packed comics. Some of my favorite comics.
I know, dude. I love these issues. And then they're like they're looking for they got Rictor out of the rubble. They're looking for Sabretooth, and they're gonna take him in. I feel like Sabretooth shouldn't be that easy to capture, but that's fine. I'll let it slide. Just the movement we have behind. You hurt one of us, and you'll answer to all. And then the Morlocks are like, no, we're taking him. I love
Yeah.
the lettering right here. The no Cable.
Dude, I would love to say yes. Like I love that lettering too. I love it whenever they sort of logo, make something almost into a logo or like use the logo of the character's name and the word balloon.
Yeah, I love that too. And I love this
Yeah.
too. Like, Sunspot down at the bottom, he's like, Sabretooth has hurt Rictor, and now Rictor, now and all of us at one time or another, we're honor bound to stop him. And like, you don't know nothing about hurt little pampered boy. You don't
Yeah.
know nothing of the kind of pain we've gone through. And it's true, like the Morlocks are like, the rejects kind of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They on top of being mutants, they also have the added like disadvantage that they're like physically like obviously different too. They.
Yeah. You win the jackpot pizza face. So stupid.
I love this panel of Sabretooth and Caliban coming at each other
Yeah.
in the next page.
Your
That's a
madness
second cool Dick Tracy ad we've seen too in the comic.
I know. I remember having the toys when I was a kid.
Yeah, those Dick Tracy ads are so cool.
So yeah, Caliban fucking snaps him and snaps his back. Obviously,
Yeah.
Sabretooth doesn't die. And they
Well,
take
yeah,
him
he's
away.
got the healing factor too.
Yeah.
So, and then we got days later. Yeah.
And then Caliban, a little like foreshadowing and stuff, talking about like, finish for now, but the day's coming when this man Cable and his flock will participate in a trial by fire at my hands. The day is coming soon. Rictor's healing up, and then Rain kind of like, how can you talk shit about Cable? He's been good to us since we first met him. And then Rictor's gonna go learn how to control himself, go into the danger, and what does he see? Sees Cable in there by himself. And I love this particular scene because, like, Rictor's starting, it almost seems like he's getting respect for him because he talks about, like, man, a guy at his age, he must be like a million years old or something, and he keeps at it. And he's like, he doesn't even think anybody's watching, so he's not trying to show off. He's just doing it because he knows that you have to keep yourself in peak condition. And then he, it ends and he's like talking about, I'm beginning to respect you. Really good stuff, and then, next up we got Madripoor. So I can't wait for the next issue to this.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the next issue is legendary. It's the first encounter between Wolverine and Cable. So
yeah, it's I love that cover too. It's such a good cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, another great issue, New Mutants. Check out the other episodes. Got, I think this is what, 5 by now, right? 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I think we got at least six in the can. We got a lot more to go. We're got a lot of first appearances coming up soon too. So make sure you follow us on social media. Manny's links down below. Comic Lounge links are down below. Hit that subscribe button, the bell icon, so you're notified every time a new vid goes up. And on that note, we're out.
See you next time.